going on the pitch?
I am absolutely buzzing. I mean, it could potentially be seen as a World Cup final, which is scary to think, their first game up. And World Cup matchups between France and New Zealand over the last 9 episodes of the game's greatest showpiece has definitely put some massive attention onto tomorrow night's game. Two teams that potentially are coming in a little bit underdone. New Zealand having just been beaten 35-7 by a emphatically impressive South African set piece dominance 2 weeks ago, and a French side that now has many injuries. Given what has transpired over the last 2 to 3 weeks from players unfortunately getting injured in games or in training. So two teams that want to lay a marker down. You almost feel that this is a knockout game for them because the rest of their pool means they have a pretty easy run through up until the quarterfinals. So it's going to be a game that the best foot is going to be wanting to be put forward. Knowing that this French side is probably the most consistently impressive French side I think the world of rugby has ever seen, beating the top 10 teams in world rugby in the last 18 months. I think they're going to lay down a marker, led by one of the greatest the game is currently seeing, but probably one of the greatest the game will without a doubt ever have seen in Antoine Dupont. Then you have the likes of Charles Olivon, who's playing absolutely brilliant rugby. Thomas Ramos does stuff on a rugby field that you absolutely don't even know, how he does it. So I think the All Blacks are looking to bounce back, but it's almost a perspective of this French team wanting to lay a marker down in front of their own supporters, at one of the most incredible rugby stadiums in the world, Stade de France, and showing this tournament, what they really can achieve. Early on, and everyone has spoken about him, and he's a guy who you look at his level of play over the last 3-4 years, and it just hasn't subsided. Antoine Dupont, not only the manner in which he's carried that leadership tag, the captain's armband, but the actual contribution that he's made on the field, both at local level for Toulouse and then for the French. You see how he almost single-handedly wins games on his own, and how the combination that he creates in and around him is something that inspires that whole French side. And you almost feel that a home World Cup with what's gone before, but what's to come for someone like him, it really is set up for him to go show the world, he is one of the best the game has ever seen. So, yeah, all good.
First of all,
Harry, great to be chatting to you. Firstly, Defender, as a partner of Rugby World Cup, really great. Entrenched in, I think it's the last 4 versions of this tournament, which is absolutely brilliant. I've been fortunate enough to be a part of the Defender family for the better part of the last 15 years, and a brand that speaks to so many at the elite professional level within the sport, but a brand that does so much from a grassroots level perspective. And out at the Palace of Tokyo today, where we're speaking to some phenomenal trailblazers that have, from a diversity and inclusion perspective, got some of the most incredibly inspiring personal stories of the impact that sport has had in their life, but the manner in which they've been able to inspire and impact those around them. And just hearing, from a Defender perspective, how those trailblazers, but also the Defenders of tomorrow, youngsters that have been selected from around the world that are making a tangible and profound impact in their own communities, is something that is inspirationally brilliant. And for me to be a part of this family and to see how many lives are being touched by inspirational stories around the world is absolutely phenomenal. And hopefully the stories of these trailblazers, the stories of the Defenders of tomorrow, can really just show how much the values of Defender speaks to so many across the globe.
Brilliant. That sounds so interesting.